Why is there a recurring manifestation of repression and bias directed towards individuals of African descent, which persists even in contemporary times? What accounts for the fabricated animosity harbored by Caucasian Europeans and Arabs towards individuals of African descent? From a historical perspective, this can be attributed to the long-standing eminence of individuals of African descent since the inception of human civilization. Individuals of African descent were exceedingly affluent, inhabiting opulent cities adorned with gold, arousing envy throughout the world. That is the point at which individuals who are not of African descent, yet harbor feelings of inadequacy, opted to depict Black Africans as being of lower status. However, to what extent did they effectively utilize their dark skin tone, full lips, and coiled hair? Undoubtedly, they perceived a formidable threat and thus labeled Black Africans as an inferior and culturally regressive race. They encountered challenges in their attempts to demonstrate the supposed lack of civilization among individuals of African descent, as they sought to impose their own notion of civilized living. This marked the inception of the malicious campaign against individuals of African descent that persists to this day. Even in the absence of verbal expressions, history resounds loudly, making it impossible to ignore. Yet the focal point should be directed toward the following inquiry. Why do individuals who are not of African descent perceive individuals of African descent as a threat? And why does this sentiment persist even in the present times? The production of these videos necessitates extensive research, financial resources, and time investment. If you derive pleasure from this video and have not yet subscribed to our channel, we kindly request you to do so now. By doing this, you will receive timely notifications when we release new videos. Now let us return to the narrative. Here we meticulously examine history to resurface and celebrate the richness of the Black culture. In this episode, we embark on debunking the historical reasons behind the perceived threat posed by individuals of African descent. Let us commence our exploration. The primary reason why individuals who are not of African descent felt threatened was the historical physicals exhibited by individuals of African descent. Even in the contemporary era, individuals of African descent remain among the most physically formidable beings on this planet. This strength becomes evident through their captivating physical presence, which escapes no one's attention. This phenomenon has been demonstrated through genetic testing, revealing that individuals of European descent possess genetic similarities of 4% to 20% with ancestral groups from Northwest Africa. Regardless of the individual in question, traces of African genes can be found within them, affirming that individuals of African descent are the true ancestors of all humanity. However, individuals who are not of African descent resist this acknowledgement. Should this truth prevail, it would dismantle the illusion of Europeans being distinct from present-day Black Africans. Furthermore, this revelation establishes Africa as the true epicenter of the world, surpassing Europe and the West in terms of power and influence. The inclusion of Black Africans in the power equation poses a threat to those who are not of African descent. The fourth compelling reason for feeling threatened stems from Africa being the most resource-rich continent on the planet. Africa boasts abundant natural resources such as oil, gas, gold, silver, diamonds, and other precious metals. Gold-laden mountains lie beneath Africa's surface, accessible to Africans themselves, which non-Black individuals find challenging to accept. How can they fathom the idea of Africans possessing vast wealth? They cannot overlook the remarkable historical records documenting Africa's wealth, including Arabic writings. Arab scholars like Al-Hazari vividly describe the prosperity and affluence of Africa centuries ago, when the rest of the world was unaware of such opulence. Al-Fazza referred to Ghana as the City of Gold, and its king was hailed as the wealthiest sovereign alive. Armed with this knowledge, individuals who are not of African descent cannot allow present-day Africans to control all the continent's resources. Hence, the perpetuation of stereotypes. Africans are portrayed as lacking cognitive capacity to make decisions for themselves. This is why European colonizers such as France, Spain, Italy, and Britain seized control of Africa and exploited its natural resources. Even today, France hoards 50% of the gold from African nations in its vaults. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni confirmed this in an interview, revealing that France prints worthless pieces of paper as currency in exchange for gold from African nations. Did you know that these perceived threats fuel hostility towards Black Africans among non-Black individuals, including white Europeans and Asians? Do you feel that despite centuries passing, little has changed? Do non-Black individuals still harbor subconscious feelings of threat? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Have you ever wondered why there is typically only one black person included in every team, committee, talk show, or film? Why is that? Allow us to provide you with a hint. It creates an illusion of normalcy and the notion that black individuals are obtaining their rights. But the reality is far different. Would you like to watch more videos like this one? If your answer is yes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications. We have decided to produce videos on a subject that has been overlooked. People seem not to be discussing enough the black culture, civilization, history, and the evidence that supports immense black strength. We appreciate your continued engagement and thank you for your time. Subscribe to our channel, like, and leave a comment. Share this video with others for them to watch. Stay tuned until the next video.